aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck. Right on fucking cue. Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. That noise was RandomGreymane.
What? I hope that was a belch.
Every week.
Yes, that was a belt.
Every week, something new comes out of your mouth, and I'm slowly becoming concerned.
Don't say that, because the universe has its own ideas, and I'm not sure what it would do if that were true.
Well, the thing is, I grow more concerned about you with each of these episodes that we do. Anyway, Sherlock's also here.
What's that sound? I'm expelling 42 alien parasites.
Jesus. So, how's everyone's week been so far?
I don't want to get balance.
Yeah,
I have some balance.
Yeah, that's probably the theme for pretty much a majority of everyone's week so far. Finding balance between the shit and the good shit. Because I had the minor inconvenience of picking up a spare shift, which I'm happy to do, but my dumb brain is like, must do routine, no change. I'm dumb like that.
Well, randomness aside, shall we get on with it?
Yes. Well, real quick, though. I want to plug in something real quick, because I didn't get the chance to do it on last week's episode of Tree Time. I actually wanted...
Since when do we plug?
Well, we've randomly done it every now and then. I think I did it like a couple weeks
ago. It's his show. He can plug whatever he wants.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fitting that I plug this particular thing on the Trainwreck of all places. I wanted to talk about what would it be called? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the company as a whole rather than list off specific things, but I guess I should talk about the two specific things. There are two podcasts out there that y'all should listen to. In fact, if you haven't heard about them already, what is wrong with you? Those two podcasts are Welcome to Night Vale and Alice Isn't Dead, both created by Joseph Fink, and Night Vale was co-created by Night Vale was co-created by Jeffrey Craner. My apologies, English is hard for me. So yeah, Night Vale
is kind of like a par for the course now with Trade.
Yeah.
He can't words.
I talk faster than my brain provides the script for my mouth. See, there you go. Fucking Christ. Anyway, unscripted plug segment. Here we go. Night Vale is about a small desert community where weirdness prevails and common sense has completely left the building. Sadly, that's a little bit more of the norm in the year 2021. But
yeah, I think Night Vale is basically real life, except there's supernatural stuff going on, and it's got this overall morbid. Well, yeah, there's just supernatural stuff. I was gonna say it has this overall morbidness to it, but I'm like, no, that's also par for the course.
Yeah,
yeah, it's just us. It's just our life, except there's supernatural shit going on.
Yeah, pretty much. Either way, it's still fun to listen to. Meanwhile, Alice Isn't Dead is a more serious adaptation, more serious story about well, not a spin-off per se. I mean, it's written by the same guy, but it's not Night Vale related. Alice Isn't Dead is about a woman by the name of Keisha looking for her wife Alice, who was once presumed to be dead, but apparently isn't. So she is trucking around the country looking for her wife, and all the while confronting the dark forces that are trying to stop her. It is a fun little mystery horror story. Each episode is about half an hour long, maybe a little less. That's the same with Night Vale as well. Alice Isn't Dead is it's actually pretty good. It's the most personal thing Joseph Fink has ever written. It's about the overarching theme with Alice Isn't Dead is anxiety, and how people can't just shut it off. Like, some people are scared all the time. So if you have anxiety, you might identify well with the main character. There's also a novel, which is a reimagination of the entire story of Alice Isn't Dead. So if you would prefer a book, go out there and find it. And maybe go out and find the other novels written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner. There's the Welcome to Night Vale novel, and also the faceless old woman who secretly lives in your home.
You keep mentioning her. I'm worried about that.
You're worried about me. That's a laugh. But yeah, highly recommend those two podcasts. They're a little old, and Alice Isn't Dead in podcast form has completely ended, more or less. But the communities are still strong, and yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Anyway, my random plugs aside, yeah, it's time to get started. Y'all know this spiel by now. We do a dumb. Yes, we do a dumb. Well done, Trademark. We do a dumb internet.
We have done a dumb before.
Yes,
so.
We have. We are a dumb internet news podcast, and we cover the softcore material and the hardcore material, and there may or may not be musical interludes somewhere in the middle. One of them is coming up right about now, unless we have anything else to talk about.
I've got a little bit of news before we get into your main stuff. Well, just one piece of news, really.
All right, sure, go ahead.
Well, now this won't be political, folks, I promise. So it was actually revealed recently that former President Trump and former First Lady Melania had gotten the COVID vaccine as early as January. And I mean, I guess that's understandable. He has pre-existing conditions, and she works with the elderly.
Whoa. Okay, that was good. And on that note,
that was fantastic.
That was great. And on that note, it's time for our first musical interlude. We'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time. Except when it's that. I got nothing. That was a good one. Welcome back, passengers, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time. It's time to start this shit. Let's ease everybody in softly with the start of our softcore material.
Don't say that.
Fun fact, condoms in space would work the same way.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Anywho, well, we didn't have to wait long. We're talking about a Florida person today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A Florida woman, to be precise.
I think I'm gonna die from not surprise. That was the worst Gilbert Gottfried.
Anywho, we've got a Florida woman wearing heels and an evening gown who allegedly crashed a car into a deli before leaving the scene.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I saw the video. I've seen the video. This is real. Like, she literally... Well, I'm going to read the article before I talk about it. A Florida woman... wait, real quick. What's the date? February 27th, 2021. A Florida woman was spotted emerging from a car wreck wearing heels and an evening gown. Sharon Martinez, 27, was charged with leaving the scene of an accident after police say she slammed her sports car into a Miami deli. "You almost killed that homeless lady, like for real. That is so crazy, dude," a bystander said. Martinez allegedly didn't wait around for police to arrive and was seen heading to her friend's car. When police arrived, she was gone. A witness jumped into the police cruiser to help track her down. Martinez pleaded not guilty to the charge.
Well,
good luck disputing that.
You're on video. You were on video leaving the scene of an accident. No, I'm not guilty of leaving the scene. No.
So this is not you, then?
Yeah, this is not you. In your nightgown with the suitcase and the pink backpack and the high heels. No. That's my twin sister, Karen. Just...
okay.
Oh.
Fine. Wow.
Like I said, I saw the video and I'm like, oh my god, it's literally like she became a Grand Theft Auto player character that turned into an NPC. Because when you log out in the Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer, your character doesn't simply vanish. They become an NPC and just walk away. They do their own thing. She crashed her car and just got out and just walked away. Not giving 1 ounce of a fuck, and she just went to her friend's car and left. All the while, this guy is commenting, and when they found her, the cops are like, "Is that her?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's her."
She literally almost kills somebody, okay, and then just walks away like it's no big deal.
Yeah, and in case the audience wants to know, I know you can't see it in the audio version, so let me just tell you this. Her car is F to the U to the CKED fucked up. That car is gone.
Yeah, she managed to detach the passenger front wheel and tore up the front quarter panel really badly. She can't open the front quarter panel.
Yeah,
to where it's like spun back almost.
Yeah,
so
this is not like last week when that guy quote unquote crashed into the police car, and by which we mean he just went poo, just impacted lightly on the bumper. Though this is an actual crash. It's amazing that this girl can walk.
You know what? I'm surprised. Can you see the airbag in that picture? I don't see the airbag in that picture.
I don't.
So I'm kind of surprised that the airbag didn't go off. What the heck? What the heck's with that?
This woman is the luckiest Florida
woman.
Yeah, no,
she's getting out and there's no airbag. There's no airbag set off. So how she hit that and didn't set off an airbag, I don't know.
This woman is lucky on so many counts, and she doesn't stick around to tell police what happened. And
yeah, she doesn't even give a shit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We have no idea what happened. I just read the entirety of the article. There's nothing about drugs. There's nothing about drinking. There's nothing about a quote from her saying that she just didn't give a fuck that minute. Nothing. We don't know why this woman crashed into the deli.
Yeah, pretty much it. I'd go with this is a Karen, and she says, "Well, it doesn't involve me."
Yeah.
You know, that's the attitude I'm getting from these video.
I'm just wondering about the backpack and the suitcase. What's that about? Like, was she on her way to meet a friend, and then this happened?
Maybe.
I would say either she's coming home from a flight or going out from a flight, because if you look at the suitcase, it's got a big white tag on the handle.
Oh,
so
yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah, so
coming back from a flight.
She's coming back from a flight or going out for a flight, either one.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Either way, she's a shithead. So.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a proper way to conclude this segment. She's a shithead.
I mean, Jesus Christ, she snapped the axle of that. What is that? Is that a Dodge?
I think it's a Camaro.
No.
Camaro? No, that's not a Camaro.
That has to be a
it?
Dodge Neon or a Dodge Dart.
That's not a Dart. No, that's not a Neon. I had a Neon.
No, it's a Dart.
Let's agree to disagree on what the car is.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's a Dodge from the back. I'm not sure what it is.
So speaking of shitheads, let's talk about influencers.
Do we have to?
Please tell me it's not Mr. Paul again.
No. And
okay.
what the fuck do you mean by Mr. Paul?
Mr. Film.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut I'm gonna cut that segment out just in case YouTube still has a conniption fit about that. I'm probably gonna censor it actually.
Yeah, just censor it. Just censor the one part, and just our viewers will know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh yeah. No, we're not talking about that. I don't even know what the flying fucking influencer is. I know that they influencer. Okay, here we go. According to
a pimp is an influencer.
Well, according to ComproBiz or Compro.biz, an influencer is simply someone who has influence over others' buying decisions. Oh, so basically they're free marketing or advertising. Rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, the reason they're so popular on YouTube is because advertisers want to utilize YouTube's like grasp because billions of people watch it. So they're like, okay, we will pay you to make these videos on YouTube, and as long as you mention our products,
right? So YouTubers get sponsors, and the sponsors have ad copy that the YouTubers read. Okay?
Oh yeah, I know.
Their own ad copy.
I know that much. I mean, fucking
the YouTubers become influencers because they're influencing the public to buy that product.
Yeah, and the reason and the way you make shitloads of money doing this is that you have to buy into this crazy ass YouTube algorithm where you're paying a fair amount, but like YouTube is like pushing your videos into the public eye to see if you to like get as many views as possible.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
No, it's not.
It's honestly one of the most despicable things in modern media, and has spawned some of the most despicable human beings in existence.
Case in point. Influencer ends up in police station after plan to get free meal backfires.
Whoops.
This here. This is a magical fucking moment.
This magic moment.
Four Legs, a chef duo, gets appreciation for responding to an influencer who wanted a free meal in return of a promotional post on Instagram.
Oh yeah, this happens all the time. This isn't just influencers on YouTube. This is like Yelpers.
Mm-hmm.
Do try and pull this shit.
So, Four Legs is a restaurant that is located at the pub The Compton Arms in Islington. The restaurant is operated by a chef duo who got a message from an Instagram influencer requesting 5 takeaway meals in return for a promotional post for the restaurant in their stories. The chef duo was approached through an Instagram direct message that elaborated how they were looking for promotions. Furthermore, they suggested a visit to the pub as soon as it opens to capture a picture in the restaurant and post it on their feed if they feel it was good enough. So, basically, this influencer heard of an up-and-coming restaurant that wanted some people to spread the word about it, and this shithead goes, I see an opportunity. But these guys were at the top of their game. Now, I've got the text conversation. I've got the screenshots from the text message right here. I'm not going to read the whole thing out, so I'm going to summarize it here and there. Here is the influencer. Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out to ask if it would be okay to have 5 takeaways in exchange to advertise for you. Would that be alright? Let me know. Best wishes. The restaurant. Would you be able to pick up? I can do that. Whereabouts are you based?
I know what this is.
Ah, you see.
Go ahead.
Just a minute. Whereabouts are you? Tulpuddle Street in Islington. Alright, I can do that. I was wondering, would it be okay to order would it be okay alongside ordering food for myself if I could also order 5 meals? So on and so forth. The restaurant. That's quite a lot of food. If you do a couple of posts, then we can do it. You've got a lot of followers. When did you want to collect? And any dietary requirements? Nah. So do you see the police station? No, I walked past that. I see 2 police vans past Sainsbury. Yeah, it's that end. Head up there. Let me know if you see the police station. Yeah, I see it. Magic. Go in there and report yourself for crimes against the hospitality industry. These guys directed this shithead who wanted a free meal straight to the police station.
Yep. He basically he was grifting for a free meal for him and 4 of his friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they saw through it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm guessing this takes place in either Ireland or the UK.
I want to say
yeah, probably.
So their laws are a bit better when it comes to like people trying to fuck over the hospitality and the restaurants industry. But the thing is, like, there are actual influencers on Instagram, on Yelp, on YouTube. I don't like the industry, but a lot of the people who do this, especially on Instagram and Yelp, they try and be professional about it. And one thing they don't do is they try and get free meals. What they do is go to these restaurants, give a fair critique, and then they pay their tab. And then whichever advertisement company like they're working for, depending on how much their ad revenue gets, how many followers they get, they reimburse them.
Right. Or if the restaurant and if the service in question sees them doing it and just says, no, okay, we'll pay your tab. When they offer, that's okay. Okay, that's because they know what's going on. There's nothing shady going on. Now there is something else that is on the rise with the hospitality industry that is becoming a real problem, and it's quote unquote the nice dine and dash. And what it is basically is people order food, put it on their credit card, okay, and later dispute the charges.
God.
Okay. And it's really starting to hurt the industry because there's a lot of people now that are starting to do it. And it's just something that's really, really shitty. Don't do this, people. These are people that need to eat too, okay? Just pay your bill. Yeah, and if you can't afford to go out and get fast food, don't go out and get fast food, okay?
No shit. Just
eat that peanut butter jelly sandwich and save it up so that you can get a burger later.
Yeah. Stock up on ramen. So here are a couple quotes from some people who were responding to this Instagram story. One, Marina O'Loughlin, food critic, commented, "Absolutely killer. Another person wrote, ironically, telling this egg where to go has actually got you guys more exposure than feeding a whole gang of lame influencers for free could ever get you. And you know what? They are right. They are right. If I lived anywhere near where these guys are, I would totally fucking try one of their well, whatever it is they're cooking. I don't know. Actually, let's take a quick detour and actually take a look. A lot of pub food like burgers, fried chicken. There's a video of Boris, the prime minister, for some reason.
Herb fritters.
Ugh. They must have
spiky. They have herb fritters, spiky pork and aubergine stew, with accompanied by a plate of clams.
For those of you who don't know what an aubergine is, it's eggplant.
It's an eggplant, yes. This burger. It's a good burger. I'm reading some reviews here, but yeah, apparently they have a really good burger and some really good pub food, which of course you order at the bar. You don't expect somebody to come and menu and waitress you. That's not how pubs work.
That's not how pubs work in the UK.
Correct.
Well, either way, good on you, Four Lakes, for taking care of this fucking dipshit. Yeah.
If you're in the UK and you're listening to this, just go check them out. Take some time and go check them out. They deserve it.
Yeah, they really do for taking taking this shithead to the cleaners. That's probably the wrong thing to say, but you know what I mean. Just fucking getting this guy out of here.
No, the influencer was a shithead. We'll just go with that.
Yep.
Anywho, next. The carpool lane. I've never been in the carpool lane, never really needed it, but I see that a lot of people like to abuse the carpool lane because apparently, if you've got a lot of people that need to go somewhere in a hurry, you can go in this lane that's exclusively meant for such a situation. A lane that is normally free of the bumper-to-bumper traffic that's on the highway. And sometimes people like to abuse that.
It's also known as the HOV lane. It's basically meant to be a reward for people carpooling and reducing their carbon footprint by the minuscule amount.
Yes.
Correct.
But again, as I say, people love to abuse it.
What do we got now?
Driver in carpool lane busted with masked mannequin in passenger seat.
Oh, I think I remember seeing this one.
I've heard about something like... Didn't we talk about a carpool lane thing doing this?
I think
in a previous episode.
I think we did in the pre-YouTube days, but this is different. This is not a new trick. This is something that people do all the goddamn time. Always a fucking mannequin in the passenger seat. Always. So, a driver in California was busted driving around in the carpool lane with a lifelike mannequin riding shotgun. The mannequin was even wearing a face mask. Good on him. A California Highway Patrol officer pulled up alongside the Toyota Tacoma and thought something was odd when he noticed the passenger wasn't moving. He initiated a traffic stop over suspicion that the driver's tinted windows were too dark. When the driver rolled down the window, he admitted his passenger was just a dressed-up dummy. Well, at least he didn't, fucking prolong the inevitable. He's just like, look, okay, you got me. The California Highway Patrol shared an image of the mannequin, which had on a pair of reading glasses, and he was wearing a red flannel shirt, a Cleveland Indians hat, and a face mask. It even had wrinkles on his face and gray hair sticking out from under the cap. He looks like fucking Walter from Jeff Dunham's stand-up.
Yeah, kind of.
I expect him to just fucking glare at me and go, shut the hell up. By far, one of the best dummies we have ever seen. To clarify, we are referring to this fake passenger, the agency joked on Facebook. At least he was following the CDC guidelines by wearing his face mask.
You know, in all honesty, I think one of my favorite instances of this, it actually wasn't a real thing that happened, but it was a commercial. I forgot what it was for. And the commercial starts out by a cop pulling over a guy for doing this thing in the HOV lane, but his passenger was a ventriloquist dummy.
Oh, God.
And the really funny thing is, like, the cop gave him a warning, but like the puppet just kept running his mouth.
Of course he did.
So I'm like,
are you sure? Are you sure you weren't hooked into one of Jeff Dunham's nightmares?
This was a commercial. It's really old, and it wasn't any of Jeff's.
Tell him about the
Because
cocaine.
I can see that as a nightmare. Jeff Dunham driving around in his AMC Gremlins, which by the way he owns 2 of them, and he has like Ahmed, okay, in the passenger seat, okay, and the cop stops him, okay, and Ahmed won't shut up. I can see this.
To be honest,
Don't tell him about the drugs, Jeff.
Don't tell him what's in the back of the car. To be honest, it would probably be Walter who would be the one who wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Oh no, it'd be
tell
Peanut.
Tell that young ass piece of shit to go to hell.
Oh no, it'd be Peanut. Peanut would fucking like ruin Jeff. Just making shit up and acting like he was on fucking drugs. Because he had a sip of fucking coffee.
Did you tell the cop about the lotion, Jeff? Did you tell the cop about the lotion?
He's got a lot of lotion in the trunk, officer. Would you like to take a look? Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We are now in the Jeff Dunham weeds.
We're getting in a weird place. I'll be honest. I'll be honest though. Just looking at this mannequin again. This cop, good eye, very good eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. There are enough robotic skeleton frames out there, okay, that can be programmed, because this is now a thing. Okay, you can actually get robotic arms and robotic heads and so forth for special effects work. Okay, this is now fairly inexpensive to do. You could literally program yourself a passenger that moves every so often. Okay, and do this and fake the carpool lane. Now it would depend how good of a programmer you were. So, but
Gray.
It could be done. All right.
Gray, you remember?
I've done it again, haven't I?
You remember before the show where I told you that I was getting concerned about some of the things that you say? This is one of those things.
This is mild at best, Trade. Come on. This is just...
The shit that comes out of Gray's mouth about how he can constantly get away with crime astounds me.
I'm not a fan of telling people how to get away with crimes, but I'm also even worse of a fan of stupid little nitpicky municipality laws that all they're designed to do is make money for the city.
Anywho,
these crimes that people do not actually hurt anybody. They're just ways for the city to grift money out of its citizens. That's all they do.
I would totally, you know what I would totally do? I have a Deadpool mask. Okay, I own one of them. I would put a mannequin in a Deadpool mask, okay, and have him programmed to sit there and do the princess wave, okay, with the And I bet you money if a police officer stopped that, he'd just look at it and go,
"Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here!" Yeah.
You know what's even funnier is the fact that there's actually like an animatronic head of Deadpool that you can actually get at the fucking Walmart for like $50-ish that actually responds to what you say and do to it. So you just staple that on top of your little robot and you've got a done deal.
Oh my god.
Why am I contributing to this?
It's contagious. It really is.
Anywho, to wrap up this article.
Moving on before we get a warning.
To wrap up this article, the driver told the officer he had been driving around with this mannequin for over a year. While the officer was impressed with the lifelike dummy, he still gave the ticket. He still gave the ticket a driver. Yes, he still gave the driver a ticket for driving in the carpool lane without a passenger. The violation carries a fine of $490.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
but I have a passenger. His name is Bob. Can't you see Bob? Bob, say hi.
That's See, this is what I'm talking about. $400 fucking for driving in the HOV lane. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a don't do this shit again, and we're gonna make money off your stupid ass, So.
Yep.
Yep.
So, next, and the last article for our softcore material. You remember the movie Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller?
I have.
I try not to. To be honest, Robin Williams did what was brilliant in that role as Teddy Roosevelt. It's one of his last, so
yeah, that part was okay. It's an okay movie overall. Well, it's time for us to have a night at the museum. Just without the strange Egyptian magic that brings mannequins to life for some reason. A German college boy was caught trespassing in an Australian museum to take selfies with dinosaurs.
Okay.
There we go. This is an adventure. In the current situation, when COVID is at its peak... Sorry, I'm going to do that again. In the current situation, when the human malware is at its peak, it seems like a marvelous idea to spend a night in a museum walking through its halls in silence. That is what a German college boy did when he visited Australia's oldest museum illegally at a nearby university. Local news notes that since August of last year, 2020, it has been closed for refurbishment. Sadly, this is considered a crime when the museum is closed, to enter it while that is happening. It is not clear whether the 25-year-old man who broke into Sydney's Australian Museum for selfies in the dinosaur show knew this. The man seems to have spent 40 minutes strolling around the closed museum without hesitation, as if he was roaming around in his own home. He stole a cowboy staff hat from a coat rack and happily stuck it in the open jaws of the T-Rex, which seemed oblivious to safety cameras and was able to track every move.
You would think that the museum not having people in it would be his first clue, okay, that he wasn't supposed to be there, all right? Because I've never known a museum that didn't have somebody walking around in it. Okay,
right?
There's always somebody when a museum is open, but
yeah. There is supposed to be a night guard at the museums.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing, though, is that I'm wondering why all the lights are on. Okay, that's my question. Is there? It doesn't appear that they're renovating in the places where he is. So why are all the lights on?
Yeah.
Maybe he turned
think
it
they
on.
would turn it off. That's possible.
Yeah.
That is entirely possible.
So
although usually those lights require like industrial lights that are in public places like that, they require this weird little triangular key thing. Which I have one. It's this little triangle with a little nub on the end of it, and you literally it feels weird as hell because you feel like you're going to electrocute yourself, but you stick it into the center of the switch, okay, and you move it up and down like a regular switch thing. And but it's very popular because most people don't have that little doodad, and when the lights are on, nobody can fuck with it, or the lights are off and nobody can fuck with it. So
I'm looking at a different source because the original one I had, I think it skips a bit because it has a quote from someone, but it doesn't tell me who the fuck that someone is. Well, either way, I'm going to continue with this new article. This guy... Can you tell me the full name of this guy? There it is. This German student is Paul Kuhn. Kuhn. That's his last name.
Kuhn. Paul Kuhn.
Thank you. Kuhn apparently also made off with an unidentified artwork. And yes, that's about it.
Okay, now he's just a fucking thief.
Now he's just a fucking
thief.
The whole thing was caught on the building's CCTV, which apparently you can see on the 7 News Sydney Twitter. So, New South Wales police picked Kun up this past Sunday night, the week of May 20th, 2020. That's weird. The source article was February 25th, 2021.
Is this a rebroadcast?
Might be a rebroadcast. Fuck it. It's still dumb anyway. So...
Idiocy knows no time.
He's due in court on June 1st, so this is still an ongoing case. So either way, it's still fresh. So after going public, the incident drew comparisons to the, yes, to the 2016 film Ben Stiller's Night at the Museum. Thank you. Yes, I already made that joke. Okay. Let's go back to the original article and see. There's a quote from a guy, but for some reason, none of the articles tell me.
It doesn't tell you who it is.
Yeah. Surely he was enjoying his museum night, says this mystery gentleman. If this gentleman's watching is not going to be a filmmaker knocking on the door, all I can say is the NSW police will knock very soon. And they did. The police released the online videos of the museum and demanded support from the public. Paul Kun turned without objection to his credit. That's not me fucking up. That's what the original article says.
He turned himself in. That's
that's
what it means.
That's what he's saying. He then voluntarily came to a police station in Surrey Hills and was later charged with breaking, entering, and denying bail. Denying bail? Fuck, that's not a charge you put on the criminal. In the meantime, local people's reaction to the social networks was nothing short of congratulations and concentrated on buying the guy a beer rather than organizing vigilante justice.
You know what it is? This article is a mechanical translation.
Yeah, I get the feeling that's probably it. Yeah, this particular source is a little funky. So basically,
it's either a mechanical translation or somebody is English as a second language, not their first.
Oh fuck! Apparently that unidentified painting was a much publicized a prized Van Gogh painting.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
Dear Lord.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
I mean, if he had walked through there and just took pictures, okay, and fumbled around and not broken anything, and then left, okay, they probably would have just went, okay, you're an idiot. We're going to charge you with trespassing or whatever the equivalent is, okay. But he stole something.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, this is let me see here. It would be technically B&E trespassing, and that would have been it. But the fact that he stole that thing, here's the theory, though. This is a Van Gogh.
Yeah.
This is worth a fair amount of money. And here's the thing: theft carries heftier weights depending on the value of the item stolen.
Correct. I don't know how the Australian laws work about that.
It's very, very similar. It's very similar to England, and which is very similar to us. So I'm going to guess that.
Yeah, the bigger thing you stole, the worse.
The harder time you get. Yeah, I mean, he might get lucky if the item is returned whole and undamaged, and the judge just says you're an idiot, and gives him some type of leniency. But
yeah, and
you know what? The thing, if he had been underage, this would never have made a news story.
Nope.
Okay, but college student.
Yeah, and I'm going further and further down this rabbit hole just to get more information. Like, there are some people saying that apparently he was drunk on this self-guided tour, no something.
Shit. Who cares?
Yeah, that doesn't enter into it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does not. But
I don't know if it works over in Australia, but here in the States, it becomes a mitigating factor. I mean, what we call this is impaired. Mitigating factor is that the defendant was impaired, but not enough to warrant a defense for his actions. So it's basically saying he was drunk,
minimal
high, or stupid, but that doesn't mean we're letting him go. Letting him off the hook, because like there is a defense that can be measured of you're impaired to the point where you did not legitimately know what the fuck was going on, so you can't be held responsible for your crimes. It's really hard to prove that.
Mm-hmm. Either way, just like how we began, this final article ends with this. This guy is a shithead.
It'd be the episode of the shitheads.
Yeah. And there's our title. Oh, man. And it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. But
Roll credit.
yeah. First, though, a quick musical break. We'll be right back with the hardcore material on Trademark's Trainwreck here on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time, except when it's Night of the Living Shitheads.
So Arnold was really only about 75% as tall as Andre the Giant or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He looks like a tiny child next to those two.
Yes, he does. Welcome back, passengers, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time. We were just talking about Andre the Giant and how apparently he did a fart for 30 seconds straight.
On the set of Princess Bride.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. But now it's time to talk about some other things.
We wanted to give a soft patting blow before we went into this.
Yeah. It's time to cover the hardcore material, and we're starting off strong today. Now, I will say that these two articles do feature people doing things to animals, but it's not the horrible shit that you would expect. Case in point, March 1st, 2021. Alabama woman faces felony charge after stealing neighbor's goat, wait for it, and painting it.
She painted a goat?
She painted a motherfucking goat.
Well, okay then.
Give me a minute and I will have a picture for you. The audience is probably already seeing it on the YouTube version.
Yeah. I have a feeling that our audience here is going to be... there's going to be some members of the audience who are like, that's really cruel. And it kind of is. There is paint you can put on on an animal that just colors its fur and it doesn't hurt them, but I don't know what this is.
Yeah, there we go. For the podcast audience, for the ones listening on Celestia Radio where it's just audio, we're looking at a goat and it appears to, I'm going to guess, spray painted blue.
Yeah, you know what it looks like that is? That looks like that's the Halloween temporary hair paint.
Yeah, it's basically it comes in a spray can, and it's meant to spray your hair for the night. It comes off over time. So yeah, painted the body blue, the back of the head and horns green, and it's not even a proper goat, it's a kid.
Yeah, it's a lamb.
And I'm using that term. Nope, lamb is sheep. Goats are kids.
That's correct.
I did not know that. Well, either way, the article. Baldwin County, Alabama. A Gulf Shores woman was arrested on an animal cruelty charge after officials say she took her neighbor's goat and painted it without permission. Erica Marie Farmer, 34, was arrested for the crime. Farmers also faces a theft of property second charge. According to officials, the theft of any livestock in the state of Alabama falls under the felony guideline. Farmer's bond was set at $6,000. Before I continue, can I say that it's hilarious that her last name is Farmer?
Well, yeah, I was going to point out she looks like she gives no fucks.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
She looks like a Karen.
She does.
She does look like a Karen, yeah.
She's got like a little bit of a smug grin, like, yeah, and
look at the separation on her lower eyebrow or her lower eyelashes. Okay, those are professionally done eyelash brush things that she did. Okay, that's some professional makeup right there. Most people don't do that.
Yeah.
So
My big question is, why the hell did she feel the need to paint this kid?
Why the hell did she want to steal it? Okay, oh, here's why. Deputies say farmer removed the goat from her neighbor's property and brought it to her house to show her child. They say at some point she decided to paint the animal and post the photos to social media. There
what did
are
she think her neighbor
better
wasn't going to care?
there are better ways to do things with your kids.
I mean, here's one of them. Take your child over to your neighbor and say, "Can my daughter see your little goat?"
And if the neighbor says no, that's their right.
Then leave.
Leave.
Yeah, then leave. Find a petting zoo. There's got to be a petting zoo.
Go to
somewhere.
a normal ass
this is
zoo.
Alabama. They're not enforcing the the mask rules that heavily.
Mm-hmm. So they say when the goat's owner discovered the animal was missing, they called a different neighbor to ask if they had seen the goat, and at that time the neighbor told them photos of the painted animal had been posted to social media. The goat's owner called authorities. Deputies say the goat was still at the suspect's house when deputies arrived. And that there is the end of the article.
That woman is lucky that little kid didn't decide to take a shit. Goats have the nastiest smelling shit.
Who said that it didn't?
No. I mean, no. Here's the thing. You think you smelled some really nasty ass issues, like if any of you have been in janitorial work or had to clean up some really nasty stuff, or God forbid any of you were parents and have had to deal with children.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't understand. Goat shit is toxic. It is nasty, foul, disgusting stuff. I would rather smell burning distributor. I would rather smell burning
tire fire.
No. That's not even that bad. Differential fluid.
Ooh, okay.
Then be anywhere near goats when they're taking a shit.
Well, now that you said that, I'm gonna be that asshole and said, I hope that goat took a shit. I hope that goat took the nastiest shit right on her carpet as she was spray painting this goddamn goat. I really hope so.
What was this fucking woman thinking? I mean,
She was thinking, I gotta do what little Timmy wants. He's a special angel. Gotta show him the goat.
I really do think that this was all about spoiling her daughter rotten. It's like, Mommy, I want to see the goat, the baby goat. Okay, let me go steal it. Mommy, wouldn't it be neat if it was painted blue? Yeah, sure, let's do that. This actually reminds me of another story I heard. We never did it on the Trainwreck, but I've heard about this story. So, and it basically goes exactly the same way. A woman steals a goat or two from a farmer because she wanted to get some for her kids because they always wanted pet goats, because I guess goats are like the big thing now. And she gets it, and this isn't a kid, this is like a full adult. Somehow she gets it into the back of her van, and the owner comes out, doesn't realize this woman has their goat, and is freaking out trying to find it. Then all of a sudden, just down the road, you hear this, "Holy shit!" And this woman gets out of the car, opens up the back of her van, and this goat kind of trudges out, and she's just hand to mouth and straight vomits on the ground. And the goat, and it gets even better. And the owner actually gets to watch their pet goat jump out of the car and headbutt this woman in the ass.
Yeah.
Double over puking.
Yes. Instant justice.
It does not pay to be the parent of Veruca Salt. It does not.
No, it does not.
I want a new Palooza. Nope.
Yes.
You can't.
So what was
you cannot have one.
What are the names of these children that want pet goats? Lucy? Damien?
Cute.
Thank you.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. But
Yuck.
no, seriously, like I don't know what it is. I think it's because like there are a bunch of videos going viral from farmers and ranchers posting pictures of like their fainting goats or their goat little kids, little baby goats, because little baby goats are fucking adorable. I mean, and they are so much fun as far as like being playful. They do act very much like dogs and little
They're
puppies.
boingy.
Mhm.
They're very boingy.
And they're very boingy. Yes,
They are
and
cute.
fainting goats are hilarious.
Oh yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
You just like you like move real quick in one direction and they'll be like, ah, fuck, and fall over. So I can understand why some Karens want to get pet goat babies for their kids if they don't understand. But here's the thing, guys: goats are not dogs.
No.
They are intelligent. They do like to play and have fun, but they are not indoor animals at all.
Nope.
No, there's a reason why
Like
they're
you
on
can
a
have them
fucking
indoor.
farm.
You can have them indoor a little bit. You can have them indoor for a little bit, but you need to have like a little outside enclosure for them. You need to
Mhm.
have like space, and you need to understand what it takes to raise a fucking goat, especially when they get older and temperamental. So just know what the fuck you're getting into, and don't fucking steal someone else's goat to make your kid happy.
Yeah. Now, I just want to point this out before we continue. I don't want to make a habit of covering animal abuse articles, but I made an exception for this one because by all... I'm not going to say that the animal wasn't hurt, but at least the animal is still alive and has retained all of its faculties, you know?
I actually, to be honest, like there was no. I can tell you with this type of stuff, unless she accidentally got it in the goat's eye, there was probably no physical harm done to this little kid.
Yeah. So,
But there was, but these are emotional animals just as much as any other. So it was probably a little freaked out that this like weird person that they've never seen before just decided to take them away from what they knew. So I'm like, yeah, please don't do this. Not
yeah,
cool.
please. Also, don't do what this next person is going to do. Oh, boy.
Oh, real quick before we do that, adding to the list for today's episode title, again, the shithead. Don't be a shithead.
Yeah, don't be a shithead. That trend is going to continue. Probably for the rest of this episode because, when it comes to fights, sometimes, when it comes to fights, weapons are produced. And sometimes people get creative with weapons. I would not recommend...
Florida man? Is this a Florida man using an alligator as a weapon?
No. This is an ex-con who used a cat to clobber a man. Now, I want to point out before we continue, it's not what you're thinking of. She didn't take the cat like a fucking baseball bat and beat the man with the cat. You'll see in a minute. Like I said...
No, I know exactly what she did.
Yeah.
Okay. It's great tell it, but I know exactly what she did.
So, on March 2nd of 2021, an ex-con is back behind bars after she allegedly struck her male roommate in the face with the pair's cat. Police say that Wendy Hurd, 56, and the 73-year-old victim were involved in a verbal argument late Sunday in their Largo, Florida home when the dispute turned violent. So yes, Florida. Hurd...
Wendy Hurd what?
Cute. Yuck, yuck. So Hurd, cops say, quote, took their cat and threw it on the victim's face, causing the cat to scratch his face.
Yep. Knew it.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
Cat bomb.
Hurd then followed up the feline attack by striking the man in the face. Here's a weird...
I hate to say...
Sorry.
I really hate to say this because I'm sorry to my former cats. They both passed away of old age. But I did do that once.
Oh.
My sister did it first. She grabbed the cat.
That's no excuse.
That's an excuse.
It's not fucking Cat Wars.
We were okay. in our defense, we were kids, not 70-year-old people. Okay, so yeah, our cat was not happy with us for the longest time. She wouldn't come near either of us.
No, I'd
It's
imagine
20
not.
It's 23:05. All the weapons have broken down. The only thing left are cats.
Dun,
Cat wars.
dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Here's a weird detail that the article throws in for no goddamn reason. An arrest affidavit does not reveal the cat's age or weight. Who gives a shit?
Does it? Yeah, does it need to?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I would rather be hit by a small kitten cat than like a chonker's cat.
I don't know. Would you want to with those tiny little needle-like claws?
Yeah.
And good Lord, never throw a Maine Coon at somebody. That's not only are they
that's classified as a lethal weapon, sir.
right, yeah, because not only are they intelligent enough to know what's going on, okay, but they are heavy. They're 20-pound cats. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking awesome, is what they
They're
are.
fucking awesome, is what they are. Yeah.
So the victim suffered minor injuries during the incident, for which Heard was arrested for domestic battery on a person over the age of 65, which is a felony. Heard is being held in the county jail in lieu of a $4,000 bond and has been ordered by a judge to have no contact with the victim.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I just found it something kind of amusing that Florida has a law stipulating that a law that stipulates domestic battery or assault of someone over the age of 65. I'm like, I wonder why.
Someone had to have created that law for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So here is Heard's rap sheet. It includes an assortment of convictions for crimes like theft, battery, drunk driving, possession of drug paraphernalia, prostitution, and probation violation. Following a 2005 conviction for battery of a law enforcement officer, Heard spent nearly 5 years in state prison. She had previously served a year in prison for escaping from police custody.
She only spent 5 years in prison for escaping from custody and assaulting an officer? Wow.
That's kind of light, yeah.
In 2018, Heard was arrested for allegedly battering the same man who is identified as the victim in her new case. Hold the phone.
Stockholm Syndrome.
I guess.
Why would you take her back? You idiot.
Prosecutors, however...
Okay, look, abuse victims...
Yeah, I know.
Let's not linger on that. Prosecutors, however, subsequently declined to pursue a felony charge against Heard. The victim is described in the 2018 court records as a platonic roommate of hers who previously had been a romantic partner. So now they're just friends.
Oh, it's an ex.
It's an ex.
Do we have a picture of this cat hole?
We do. Give me a minute. The look on her face. Oh man, you're gonna love this fucking picture. Look, there's the article. Our audience.
Oh, that's cocaine. Okay, cocaine.
Yeah, so
she has all her hair, her teeth are bright, she's bright-eyed, she's smiling, she is not on meth. So
yeah. I do love the picture of the kitten, flying with its claws out. That's a nice touch.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, the smoking gun likes to have placeholder images for the little tiny things that you click on to get to the actual article. Also, notice that Wendy's, one of her molars is blacked out or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's either missing or it's like, I don't know, rotten, replaced by something or what,
It's probably missing.
Probably missing. But yeah, this woman...
to be honest, this woman probably doesn't have any of her original teeth.
Probably not.
I'm missing 3 molars, so, they're just not visible.
But yeah, this woman is...
She's high on life.
I thought of a joke, and I'm resisting every urge to actually use it. That's a first for me.
You know what? Don't bother. Just go with it.
This woman is proud of her pussy attack.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Golf clap.
I am not proud of that one.
Bad and you should feel bad.
I do. I'm not proud of that one. Oh, it's just.
Hurry up, move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Like I said, it doesn't get any better. And now we're talking about a child. Oh, what has this wonderful potential?
You just interrupted my joke, and now I can't say a pussy to the face, and it just now sounds weird. God damn it.
Oh, what is this potential politician or changer of the world, this glimmer of hope and joy for the world? What have they done? Well, this 12-year-old girl sold stun guns to her classmates. The silence speaks volumes.
Actually, I can blame the NRA on this.
Let's not dwell on that. So,
go ahead.
February 26, 2021. Take a shot. We're in Florida again. Or at least we're talking about a Florida girl. She is facing criminal...
12-year-old.
She is facing criminal charges after she admitted to selling stun guns to classmates.
Good lord.
Yeah. According to investigators, a staff member at Coleman Middle School in Tampa, so we are in Florida, they alerted administrators that that her pupils had reported that a female student possessed a stun gun on campus. In response to the tips, a school resource officer removed the young suspect from class and questioned her about her weapon allegations. The girl, cops say, admitted to purchasing 5 stun guns online and bringing them to school that week for resale to fellow students. The child said she had sold 3 of them the previous day, and police are seeking to retrieve those stun guns from the parents of the purchasers. The girl whose name police have released, but thankfully is not included with this source article, was found in possession of 2 stun guns manufactured by Viper Tech, which offers some models that retail for less than $15. Go ahead, Shirley. I'm sorry for interrupting.
What? Well, hold on a second. I was going to say something about this whole situation, but now it's getting really upsetting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Trade to read the last paragraph before I blow my gas.
Okay, 12 years old, and they released her name?
Yeah, that's... I hope that that's a typo in this article, and they forgot to add have not released. I hope that that's the case. I mean, the name's not included in this article, and even
if they did that, that is big time felonies. Cops have been fired for doing that.
Yeah, no. Like I said,
read the last paragraph.
Yeah, like I said, hope that's a typo. Last paragraph. The underage weapons dealer was transported to Tampa's Juvenile Assessment Center, where she was booked for possession of a weapon on school property. Owing to the non-violent nature of the alleged case, the girl will likely be released into the custody of a parent.
Okay. What this means is that likely this kid will never go back to a regular school.
No.
Probably.
Okay. All right. And what pisses me off about this, okay, this pisses me the hell off, okay, is that we have had student shootings, okay, mass shootings at schools in the U.S. like no other country in the fucking planet, okay? And here this kid is buying something that is non-range worthy but can protect her and her friends if somebody like that comes into the fucking school, okay? And it's got a chance to protect it, all right? But they're treating it as if she pulled a gun out of her fucking pocket. Okay, so rather than have some realistic gun laws, okay, and realistic protection on this shit to stop this sort of shit, okay, we're punishing kids for wanting to protect themselves.
Well, hang on.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Like, for one thing,
That I give that all lay squarely on the NRA.
we don't know if that's her intention, but I mean, yeah, it's a stun gun, so that's very likely, but again, no idea if that was her intention.
all right, here's the thing. I don't know what it is because, like, some companies can call stun guns when they're not actually guns. They're a pain-inducing electrical device that does not shoot the barbs.
Correct.
If that's what this is, hell, even if it was one that did shoot the barbs, these aren't illegal.
No,
These aren't illegal
they're
for
not.
kids to possess. They're not illegal for kids to buy. The only thing they can get this girl on, and I think that's the only reason she's being charged with this, is having a weapon on school property. Yeah. Okay, get her for that. But, you know, juvie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This kid's life is totally changed. Okay, and I'm sorry, no kid, okay, buys you might buy a one stun gun and play around with it and say, hey, look at this, bzz, bzz, bzz. Okay.
Yeah.
No kid, okay, goes and buys 5 stun guns to resell, all right, when they're not scared of something. All right. That's a kid acting on, hey, I've got a chance here. I've got these. Okay. And I'm going to sell them to my friends because I can't, I got to get the money back. Okay. But it's not something that she's it's hard to assign motive. Okay. Because there isn't that much data.
There's nothing listed here because, like, we don't know if she's did this for what Grace said, if she did this because she wanted to, like, have a means for her and her friends to be protected from all the school shootings, or if she was trying to make a buck.
I have a hard time believing that she's trying to make a buck with things that retail
with
for less
stun guns. Yeah,
with stun guns. Okay. Furthermore, if she was trying to make a buck with stun guns, she would have bought more than 5. Okay. Now, granted, 5 of those is what, $70, $65 or something like that.
It depends. Let me see here. What was the name of the company?
If we go with the $15 that's in the article.
All right, yeah, it says models that retail for less than $15. So we're talking about, let's put it at $12.99.
Yeah.
Times 5. That's about $60, $70.
You know what? That's honestly with today's kids, that's birthday money.
Yeah, that's birthday money.
Pretty much.
Okay. So she spent her birthday money to get 5 of these, which she was going to resell to other people. Okay, or to her friends. I can't see her trying to make a profit off this. I really can't. Okay. This smells to me for all the world like somebody at school said, hey, we really need something to protect ourselves, and this girl took the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's the thing, folks, and sorry we're getting a little preachy here. Sorry about this, folks, but
no, that's necessary.
well, kids aren't stupid. Kids see what's happening around the country. They don't like it. They're scared, and they want to do something about it because the adults aren't.
Yeah.
We're gonna arm all the teachers. No.
Yeah, we're gonna arm the teachers.
No, you're not.
God.
No, we're not.
I actually I know so many teachers who would just be like, I refuse to carry that damn thing. Get that away from me. My mother is a teacher of public schools, and she flipped her damn shit when she heard that option.
Reminds me of a Christopher Titus joke. Where he was like, fuck arm the teachers, let's arm the children.
Let's arm the children.
But of course it was a joke, and he was just like, you see how easy it is to radicalize you to a dumb idea? You were chanting arm the children. You know how awful an idea that is?
Oh, good lord, there's a mini stun gun rechargeable with LED flashlight, black, $9.99. Okay.
Yeah, that's where they start.
These are on Amazon.
Yep, they are.
Okay. I'm just looking at them on Amazon right now, and there's a ton of the damn things. Okay, God, oh good lord, there's a pepper ball launcher.
What? Say that again?
There's a pepper
Pepper
ball
ball launcher.
Oh,
Think
for some.
paintball gun.
yeah, it's like a
No,
mini
no, no.
paintball gun.
I get you. I get
Flashlight.
you. For a moment, I thought you said Peppa Pig, and I thought it was like a stun gun painted in Peppa Pig colors.
Oh God, don't get me
Peppa
Wow,
Ball.
dude.
because now all I can think of is a gun that launches Peppa Pig at people.
Hey, given
I
how
wouldn't
popular
mind
Peppa
that.
Pig
That little-
is,
That brat is annoying as shit.
Not as annoying as Caillou, but
no,
close.
Rest in
The
peace,
point I'm trying to
Caillou.
make here,
Not.
the point I'm trying to make here is that these are cheap. She only bought 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is almost certainly a purchase for friends, or something like maybe my mom will never buy me one of these. Okay, it would be interesting to know the social situation these kids are in, because I am going to bet money that these kids are maybe the kids that get bullied. Okay, maybe, but
Maybe.
I can't. Again, there's not enough data in the article, which is fine because it's a 12-year-old girl and we're not supposed to know that.
Of
We're not
course.
Yeah,
supposed to know that.
I'm also unfortunately.
But I have a real problem with this juvenile assessment thing. That really pisses me off.
I'm
So-
also thinking something even worse. These are 12-year-old girls,
Yep,
and this is
I know where
Florida,
you're going with it.
Yeah,
and
let's.
there could be some older gentlemen giving them too much attention that they want to be able to say, "Get away from me!" From
Yeah,
A stun gun to the balls will do that.
Yeah, our point is that we admire this girl for taking the initiative on what she assumes to be a danger, if that is the case. Execution, not
the
100%
best.
thought through.
You should have sold it to your friends off campus, sweetie.
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere
really.
where
Because
attention would have
in
been put on
reality, you have technically violated the law. However, I do want to point out for all of our listeners here, the term stun guns and tasers gets tossed around a lot. I'm going to tell you the exact difference right now. Stun gun is the pain-inducing electrical device that does not shoot the barbs. Okay, all
Correct.
it does is just induce. It's like you have to make contact with the person, make sure the two endpoints actually touch. And all it does is send a jolt of electricity through them. If the guy's high on drugs, or if the guy's is used to this stuff, it might not work. As a matter of fact, quite often it won't work.
And if there's thick enough clothing involved, okay, it won't go through the clothing, even if you have the kind that have the pointy pins on them. Okay.
And the what a taser actually is one that shoots barbs connected to wires out of the gun. And I know it's kind of counterintuitive. Taser's the one that shoots. Stun gun's the one that doesn't. Yeah, I get it. It's weird.
Correct. Yeah.
But they shoot the prongs in there, and if they enter your body with 2 points of contact, that's when they induce something a lot more than pain. That's when it's more than just pain inducing. That's when it's disrupting your entire nervous system and your body seizes up and you fall over. However, again, if you are hopped up on drugs, it might not work. And there are a lot, and if the clothing's thick enough, it's not going to work.
Right. Yeah, you gotta get them on open skin.
So moving on from Stun Gun 101, your stun gun and you.
And you know what? They're under $20, okay, and they come in multiple colors. Some are even like high power flashlights with the barbs across the round edge of the flashlight. So it's interesting because they didn't have any of these sort of things when I was growing up. They had them, but they weren't what you.
They weren't public.
They weren't public. You had to work hard to get them. And you couldn't go to Amazon and buy a Day Zero Survival White Galaxy smartphone stun gun rechargeable battery. Okay, where it looks like a smartphone. That's what it looks like.
Nice.
Okay. So you couldn't buy these. All right. But honestly, as long as the kid is understanding and old enough to understand what these things do, I have zero problem with a kid having one of these for a lot of different reasons. Zero problem.
Now, to be honest, like all those myths about people dying because you hit them with a stun gun, that's not true. It's not been a single person that's ever died from being shot with a stun gun or a taser. And no, we don't know if anyone wearing a pacemaker has ever been shot because most people are smart enough not to shoot an old man. Yes, moving on. Sorry.
We have many stun gun weeds going on right now, so let's move on.
I think in that case the weeds were necessary because, yeah, this is somewhat of a loaded topic.
This is fucked up.
So
it's a fucked up situation.
Like, to say, like, the title of shithead actually goes to the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one final shithead for tonight. Oh, man. We've got a big asshole right now. If you
post a picture of Goatsy, I am going to go away. I don't care which door of the train I'm going out, but I'm leaving.
No. Instead, we have an ambulance driver who's accused of tossing Molotov cocktails at the EMS facilities.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow.
This is just like the one a few weeks ago about the woman burning the garbage trucks down.
I was gonna attempt to allude to that with a segue, but I was just like, "Fuck it, I've spent my energy for today." I want to preface this with this: cops have not said anything. Cops have reported no injuries. They've reported no injuries, so I can read this with a clean conscience. An ambulance driver was arrested the week of March 1st, 2021, after allegedly throwing Molotov cocktails at several EMS facilities in Connecticut on Saturday, February 27th. Richard White, 37, was arrested during a traffic stop on Interstate 80 near Milton, Pennsylvania, and is in the process of being extradited to Connecticut to face charges of third-degree arson and third-degree burglary. Authorities said that White learned he was being placed on administrative leave. He was fired. Following a disciplinary hearing on Saturday morning. He got into a physical altercation with another employee after the meeting was over, and the police had to be called. White fled the scene before they arrived. Several hours later, police received a 911 call after White allegedly lit a Molotov cocktail inside of an employee room at the Hunter's Ambulance Station in Old Saybrook. About an hour later, White was reportedly spotted throwing another Molotov cocktail at the main Hunter's Ambulance building in Meriden. If I can't have an ambulance, no one can.
No, this had to have been right. 911, what is the nature of your emergency? There's a fire! There's a fire in the building! Well, okay, sir, we're dispatching fire trucks and EMTs. Where's your location? It's at the EMT dock! All the ambulances are burning!
Well, they won't have to drive far then. White then drove to Roxbury, which is about an hour away, where he is accused of internationally setting an ambulance on fire inside of the Roxbury Volunteer Fire Department.
I bet that's a typo.
That's an autocorrect.
Yeah, that's gotta be intentionally. Internationally, huh?
Internationally. Yes, he launched a Molotov cocktail from Connecticut all the way to fucking Russia.
Hit one of their ambulances.
Actually,
I've seen a Russian ambulance. They're very small.
He then went to his childhood home and intentionally started a fire. Jesus Christ.
Good Lord, man.
This man has issues.
You don't fucking say, mate. Around 10 p.m. on Saturday night, White was located in Pennsylvania and was taken into custody. Authorities are still assessing the damage from the 4 fires, and White could face additional charges as the investigation continues.
Well, I guess that's just one of those examples of somebody just having a really shit day.
Mm-hmm. I am just checking for more information regarding... Oh, there's a shit ton more information.
Maybe we don't need to get too into it.
Don't need to. I mean, we don't need to know that White fled the scene in a 2004 gray Ford Taurus.
Okay, good. I'm not. I was wrong. never mind then.
What were you doing?
Well, no, I was several of the states up in the northeast of our great country have a color bias.
Oh.
Okay. Some of them are the whitest states in the union. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was checking to see which one Connecticut was, and it's not even on the top 10. So we're okay. It doesn't excuse what this guy did. Okay. But
No, obviously
you know,
not.
I wanted to make sure that there wasn't something else going on here. Now, that said, they dicked him by putting him on administrative leave because that makes it very hard to get fucking unemployment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that takes away his, that gives him a reasonable expectation of being rehired. Okay? Or reemployed directly. And unemployment hates to see that. Because they're like,
Yeah.
no, you're just on leave, So we know somebody that had that problem just recently too.
Holy
So,
fuck.
but oh my
Still,
god,
though, I mean, considering how volatile this man was,
this is not an excuse.
not
okay?
an excuse, but still, considering how
No.
volatile this man was, I think it might have been only a matter of time before something set him off. And
This
he
is
was
like
a time bomb.
this is like fucking, I forget his name, Garfield Lyons, the Firefly from Batman.
yes,
Yes.
Just obsessed with fire and targeting specific places. Fuck, this is the mission from Arkham Knight where Firefly is setting fire to the firehouses. All we need is a shitty chase segment where police are chasing his car and ram into him a few times. Just...
For those of you that don't know, Trademark has repeatedly played and streamed Batman Arkham games.
I haven't
a
streamed...
lot.
I haven't
A lot.
streamed, though, lately. And I'm done with all the Arkham games. They were fun. That was nice. I should start streaming again. I'm still in the middle of Skyrim. Anywho, getting back on topic, just... What more can I say apart from this smiling dipshit here? Just...
He was waiting to crack. That's about what this is. That's where this is.
Yeah.
Okay, and very, very, very possibly he's placed on administrative leave due to it's due to an emerging crack. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They saw something coming.
I think that was an ongoing theme for most of our articles tonight. Every single person who actually did something wrong had some form of crack that was widening to culminate in the articles that we've read tonight. Not all of
How
them.
about that?
Not all of them. Most of them.
I will totally buy that.
Oh, God.
Are we done yet?
We're done. We are done. Oh, God damn it. Well, that's another episode in the bag.
That's it for episode shitheads.
Yeah.
My turkey timer has popped. Damn it!
Welcome to the circus of shitheads. This is another episode where I am emotionally exhausted from this. I do this to entertain all of you, goddammit. To entertain and possibly inform you with the help of my co-hosts here. Oh, God almighty. This has been another episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio. I'll fan them all the time. My co-hosts tonight were RandomGreymane.
My brain is puddling out my ear.
And Sherlock.
Remember, kids, stun guns are perfectly legal. Just don't take them to school.
Yes.
And they come in multiple fun colors.
Like I said, we're a show featured on Celestia Radio, and our theme song was created by Marivex, and our banner art was created by Court Awesome. You can find both of their social media, as well as my co-host social media, in the description below. And also, You can find all of the articles that we discussed in the description below as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Trademark's Trainwreck. My name is Trademark, and good night.
Don't be a shithead.
Please.